What's up, DVE? Back in this bitch once again. It's your boy, 313 Hitman, back up in this motherfucker, man. Just, I know it's been a long hiatus, man, but niggas gotta understand that your boy's been busy and shit, man. So, let's just jump into it. As far as the whole Dwayne Casey situation, even though it really wasn't my first or second choice, and I was kind of anti-Casey to begin with because of the fact that he's old school as hell, and I think it'd be a horrible fit, for this young basketball squad. Even though he has credit for developing DeMar DeRozan, but the 411 of DeMar DeRozan is he pretty much chokes in big time games, so in big time moments and stuff like that. So I can't really give Casey too much credit. It's just the fact that and people talked about the fact that they ran to LeBron James, which is true. But this was the most beatable Cavaliers team I've seen in years. But yet the Raptors couldn't pull it together with Ibaka and Valanciunas. Yeah, that's a problem, bruh. If you cannot keep Ibaka and Valanciunas as a cohesive front court unit, yeah, you gotta have a problem, bro. So as far as him developing Drummond and Blake Griffin, that is yet to be seen. But here's one player that I do not want to see on this roster anymore, and that is Reggie Jackson. It is time for him to fucking go. I'm so sick and tired of this bum-knee ass nigga stealing from this organization. We got to go back to somewhat 2004 form. But I don't believe we're gonna get there with Dwayne Casey. Hopefully he can prove me wrong, but I just don't see it happening. I see this more as a desperate move for Tom Gores to try to fill up the LCA because he's losing money. And that's exactly how I see this situation. A desperate move for Gores to recoup on his investment. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. But here's why I think that we missed out on a possible great tandem with Billups and Stackhouse. Both Billups and Stackhouse understand today's players. And what people don't tend to understand is that the NBA today is becoming a more progressive league. And it's being ran by players. I'm going to give two great examples. Look at Jason Kidd and what he did with the Greek Freak. Without Jason Kidd, I highly doubt the Greek Freak would have been an all-star at all. Look at what Doc Rivers did with Paul Pierce. He pretty much elevated Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, who was already a Hall of Famer, but he elevated both of their profiles and put them easily into the Hall of Fame and easily made Kevin Garnett a Celtics favorite. Doc Rivers has that type of ability. And he's also the reason that Chris Paul has the status that he has right now, too. Because real talk, Chris Paul, let's be real. The only reason people thought of Chris Paul was really because he was with the Hornets. He was on the island by himself. And I believe Doc Rivers has something to do with CP3 developing in the super leader role that he has right now. If Billups and Stackhouse was picked, I think the Pistons' future would be in a much better hands. Yes, you're gonna say that they're first timers, but let's be real. They have not forgotten how to play basketball. And what former players really do, I'm just gonna be honest about it. All they do is share knowledge with the new players, and they both understand the new era. In my humble opinion, Dwayne Casey does not. And that's just my humble opinion about that situation, okay? Also, although I don't do as many, Lions OTA videos, and there's a reason I stepped back from just because of the fact that they're OTAs, okay? I mean, that's all the fuck they are. I'm not gonna give any more OTA update. I'm not gonna do any of that shit because it really ain't worth my time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DGM and Noble Creation TV for doing that. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason this whole DVE shit is big as it is. You have multiple vid makers, and you can go to them for any of the news. Even I go to DGM for the latest OTA news. So, but I want to get on these motherfucking Golden Tate stands. I am so sick and tired of y'all motherfuckers hopping around my comment section talking bullshit. I mean, running around saying that he deserves an extension because he made 90 catches and he's a rat king. If you come on my comment section with that bullshit, I will scorch the fuck out of you. Just because he made 90 catches and he's a rat king does not automatically mean that he deserves an extension. Do you dumb motherfuckers not realize that he quit on this team in 2015? The same motherfuckers that don't want me to talk about him disappearing in Seattle in a blowout playoff loss against the Seattle Seahawks. And the fact this is the same man that dropped a big time pass against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But yet he deserves an extension, correct? As far as me wanting Golden Tate to stay here, I say no. We're looking at this man right here, Kenny Golladay. I think he is the future of the wide receiver position for the One Pride Riders. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree, but I don't care at this point. All I want to see Kenny G do is get better on his footwork and his route running. That's what's going to make him last in this league. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Kerryon Johnson and the rest of them learn how to run that football. Learn how to hit holes and everything. I think every running back on this team should be, pushing the fundamentals hard. And I don't give a fuck who gets mad at Patricia, forcing them to fundamentals. That's what the fuck I got a problem with this team on. They don't want to go through fundamentals. And this is coming from a franchise that constantly fucking loses. But you want to bitch and moan about fundamentals. And you wonder why we ain't won shit. Now, as far as the defense, I want A'Shawn Robinson to be the focal point on this defense, like Sue was. I really hope they give A'Shawn that type of rope this year and give him much of a bigger role. Same role that they gave Sue. Me personally, I think he's ready for it, and I think he should be the man that lead this defense. Followed right by Jared Davis and Darius Slay, and also the growth of Tease Tabor and bringing Tracy Walker in, along with Deshaun Sheed, from the Seahawks. I just want to see from the main thing I want to see from the OTAs is them finally coming together as a productive, focused football team. That's all the fuck I want to see from Patricia, and I think he's going to give us that. That's why I was confident in him, coming here. And I still am. Even though I'm not jumping into this crazy hype machine. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. So that's pretty much my opinions on the Pistons and the Lions at this point. Now, when some Spartan news actually come through, I'll actually, talk about my respect for Brian Lewerke. And I really think he is the future of the Spartans right now. But I just had to come in and make my thoughts on it, man. Shout out to the entire DVE gang. Man Beast, Dante, LB. My dog Red, my dog King for sure, my man Pride Time B, J-Mo, and motherfucking Bray Johnson. And oh yeah, special shout out to Motor City Sports Talk, Mr. CJ Goodfella. I see you over there, homeboy. Keep putting in that work, G. It's your motherfucking boy. 313 Hitman. And I said, I'm out.